one last question this side.
I apologize to intervene.
One last question, Salman this side. Sorry, Shahrukh this side. Because you were talking about Salman.
I'm extremely sorry, but
what's your
time constraint.
I don't know, where are you speaking from?
Shahrukh this side. I'm literally sorry because Lipika here. I'm literally sorry.
Don't worry, Deepika, it's all right.
Lipika.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Deepika. I'm extremely sorry. I'm so sorry.
Can you see how important it is to call the other person's name correctly? There was a person called Jim. At 10, he lost his father and he was not having any money at all. But still, at the age of 46, he was so successful. Dale Carnegie asked him, what was the reason for your success? And he said, I'm able to remember more than 50,000 names. And what did you do so that you can remember 50,000 names? Whenever he meets anybody, he asks their name correctly and he registers here. And after registering here, he will also get some detail like personal details, business details, or some political opinions, and he registers here. Even after 1 year, if he meets that person, he will call the person with the name and he will talk about the personal thing or the business view or the political view. Just imagine you love somebody, you admire somebody, and that person after 1 year, he comes to you and calls you by your name and talks about your family. How are they? Just imagine how much important and special you will feel. This is the beauty of remembering the names. If you call the person by their name, that itself is a compliment to them. And by mistake, if you misspell it or forgot the name, then please understand we are at a very sharp disadvantage just because of this. Nicodemus Papadopoulos. This is a name very difficult to pronounce. Now, Dale Carnegie called this person with the correct name, and that person did not speak for a moment because he was totally shocked, because after 15 years, somebody is calling his name correctly. He started crying and he started saying, so thankful to you because you called my name correctly after 15 years. You took time and efforts to call my name correctly. Thank you. Just imagine how important it is for him because somebody called his name correctly after 15 years. The same concept is also applicable if you tell the name wrongly. Dale Carnegie went to Paris and he was going to conduct a public speaking seminar, and in that he was sending letters to so many American people living in Paris. Since he used a French typist could not understand the names of the English, so she actually typed wrongly. Because of which just one person called him and he started scolding him, just because you wrote me a letter with my name printed wrongly. So the concept is same. You call the name wrongly, you are at a very sharp disadvantage. You call the name correctly, you are giving them a compliment. Andrew Carnegie was the richest man once upon a time. And when he was 10, he was having a mother rabbit and little rabbits. These little rabbits need to be fed, and he was not able to find food for these little rabbits. So he called his friends and neighbors and he announced this. Whoever brings food to these little rabbits, I'm going to name their name to the rabbit to which they are feeding. Now people went, found the food, came and they started feeding. This story will never be forgotten by Andrew Carnegie, and he used the same concept in his business as well. Andrew Carnegie wanted to sell steel to Pennsylvania Railroad because if he's able to sell them, then he's going to make lots of money. And you know how he made them to buy from him? He called the president of Pennsylvania Railroad, and at that time it was Thompson. And he said, I have built a huge steel mill and I have put your name for my huge steel mill? Would you give me the honor to come and open the factory? Now, what do you think will happen? The president is coming to open the factory of Andrew Carnegie, and the name is belonging to the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad. Now, next time when they need some steel, whom do you think they will approach? Obviously, it is Andrew Carnegie, right? The same logic can be applied anywhere. Andrew Carnegie and George Pullman were fighting to get a contract of some company which actually needs steel. Now they were fighting, they were reducing their prices. Basically, they were even ready to get the contract at no profits. So Andrew Carnegie remembered the rabbit story. He called George Pullman and he told him, instead of fighting, why not we collaborate? Why not we join together so that we can sell the company, we can get the contract of that company, and we can mutually get benefited. But George Pullman was not so interested about this. But at the end he asked, okay, what name would you keep for the new company then? And for that, Andrew Carnegie told, obviously, what doubt is there? It is going to be Pullman's Palace Car Company. That's it. Now, Pullman face totally got brightened because he is happy because it is going to be his name. The new company will have his name. Can you see how Andrew Carnegie used people's importance in the names so that he can make lots of money? If he can do this, why not us? There was a flight attendant working for TWA, and when passengers comes to the flight, she takes some time and effort to memorize the names of the people who are sitting in the flight. And when she serves the food, she calls them by their name and she serves the food. Now, one of the person who traveled in the TWA, she wrote a letter saying that, I'm so happy with the flight attendant. Your company provides us something so customized and making us feel so special. I'm going to travel henceforth with TWA. This is what was written. And the company was getting lots of compliments just because one person, flight attendant, was able to call the name and give the food. If people who had already achieved something great by calling just the name, why not we use the same concept and let us also implement the same thing and make people influenced? Have you ever wondered why so many big people give lots of money for the construction of temple, church, college and so many other things? It is because they want their name to be there permanently. Emerson used to tell, great and good manners are made up of petty sacrifices. So let's take the time and effort to call the other person's name correctly. In that way, you can influence them and you can make them, you can give them a good compliment just because you call their name correctly. So with this, I'm ending this video, and if you like this video, the content of this video, let me know in the comment box. I'll be very happy, and as always, sharing is caring. Bye.